Hello students, this is Mr. Guy. In this video, I want to talk about the importance of making predictions in our reading lessons. It's very important for our students to make predictions about the text, to make predictions what they think characters will do, to make predictions on what will happen in the end. We want them to use this important top-down reading strategy because it helps stimulate imagination, which is a very important part of any reading lesson. It helps stimulate higher order thinking skills, which is very important for overall engagement. And we want them to have a purpose for reading. So in the pre-reading stage, what we want to do, of course, is we want to get them ready. We want to prepare vocabulary. We want to activate schema. But we want them to take that schema, look at the book, get an overview, look at the story, look at the title, look at the pictures, look at key words. In other words, skim the text. We want them to take that skimming of the text and the background knowledge, and we want them to make an initial prediction. What I recommend is that they write that prediction down and they take ownership of it. So have them write it down. And then when they engage in the text, now they're reading with a purpose. They're reading to see if their prediction is correct. And this is part of the monitoring process. This is the part where you get to support reading comprehension by having them read, in pairs or in choral or however you want them to read. Most of all, though, that you're going to stop at some point or at several points during the text and ask them, how's your prediction? Is your prediction correct? If it is correct, why is it correct? Tell me where your prediction is correct. What evidence do you have to support it? And if the prediction is wrong, well then, what's the new prediction? And it all comes down to getting them to monitor and think about what they're reading. That is so critical to teach young people to think about what they're reading and to be critical of what they're reading and to make predictions and to make new predictions based on what they read. So what happens with this making predictions is it functions in the pre-stage of getting them ready to read, getting them motivated to read. The while stage, it helps them monitor their comprehension. It gives them a reason to monitor and to think, and I think that's very important. And then in the end, when they understand the story, they can look back and they can say, okay, well, I predicted this would happen. I predicted the character, would sail off into the ocean, and here's why. Or I was right about my prediction, and here's why. Here's the evidence. So this idea of making predictions is critical. Good readers make predictions, and good adult readers automatically make predictions, and they monitor their predictions and they change their predictions as necessary, and in the end they confirm their prediction or they go back and they reread, because as they go through the while reading part, the more information they get about the text, the better their predictions. So in the end, as they reach towards the very end, they should be able to make the final prediction because they've got a lot of information from the text to make a better decision. And I think that's a really important thing for a reading teacher to understand. And I hope that if you have any questions, you'll ask me about this. Okay? I appreciate it. Thank you very much.